You're the one that's in the way of reaching your goals. You're the one that's holding you back from your own potential and reaching that ideal body that you've been wanting since like high school. And I'm here to tell you just how to overcome that. I'm here to give you all the tips and tricks on how I lost 30 pounds and how you can do it too and get over that plateau where you just can't get that skill to move. And newsflash, sis, the scale isn't broken. Your mindset is. Make sure to keep watching to the end where I talk about the most underrated key to getting those gains. I'm not gonna be around the bush. Let's get started because you need to get these gains, girl. So, of course, we have to touch on the topic of diet. There's so many diets out there that I literally cannot keep track. Like there's keto, there's Athens, there's Mediterranean. There's just a million different ways that you can attack this. What I'm going to tell you is based on my own experience and what I know worked for me, because I know that it could definitely work for you too. So when I first began my fitness journey, I was like, okay, girl, like I'm cutting down these carbs. I'm prioritizing my protein. I'm drinking a ton of water. Like I would drink over a gallon and a half of water every day. And it's like, okay, what's the scale looking like? Every single time the scale was the same or higher, even after being on a diet, eating healthy. It was like, what isn't working? Like, why am I putting in so much effort? Why am I putting in so much energy into being mindful about what I eat and I'm not seeing the scale move? And if this is you right now, I've been there, girl. It is frustrating. It is like the worst thing in the world to pour all your heart and soul into eating right and saying no to things that you really want to eat and still not seeing progress. What you've been doing isn't working because you haven't been adjusting it to how your body accepts different forms of food. So there's carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, right? So if I say, okay, I'm gonna decrease on the carbs, I'm gonna increase my protein, and I'm going to try to minimize fats, that's gonna help me lose weight. But in reality, everyone's body digests different types of food sources differently. And for me, my body is very slow to metabolize proteins, specifically meats. So protein that I was prioritizing with all this protein culture that's out there was actually negatively impacting my ability to lose weight, and it was allowing me to hold on to a lot of water. Water retention is when your body holds on to water, it really makes it hard for the scale to go down. So what allowed me to really combat that water weight was focusing on dark leafy greens instead of just vegetables. So when we can break it down into specifics, dark leafy vegetables that are high in fiber, those are not only going to prevent the water gain, but they're also going to improve your digestion, improve your metabolism, and allow for everything to just easily get out of your system. When you go a very long time eating high sugary foods, like those factories that chug out like a bunch of pollution, that is your gut right now because it's struggling to be able to push out and digest all of the crappy food that you're putting inside of it. So what I had to do was heal my gut from the inside out, starting with the dark leafy vegetables, wholesome protein, lowering my fats and oils. A very, very, very big key is the bloom. This product right here saved my life. And this flavor is so good too, the mango. But I originally was like, I am not gonna sit here and drink a bunch of green powder every morning. But once I got this, it healed my bloating so much. Like I used to have the worst bloating. My stomach literally would feel like it was about to explode. And now after drinking this consistently for about 2.5 months, I have completely healed my gut. I have completely healed my bloating. I have completely healed my indigestion and just have a much better like flow when it comes to going to the bathroom. I mean, let's be real. And I can't say enough good things about this product. So if you haven't tried it yet, you definitely need to add this to your everyday routine in the morning. Another thing that's holding you back, sis, is the weekend. The weekend is like a vacation from this like really rigid diet that I know that you're working so hard to uphold Monday through Friday, but sis, that's not an excuse for you to start ordering Wingstop, ordering like Chinese food, or you want to give yourself a little bit of a break from just a very, very hard, diet. We're not doing that anymore. Like, we really can't, sis. I want it for you. I want it for you so bad. I wanted it for myself so bad, but girl, it's doing nothing but holding you back. Like, when you have that little takeout meal, you're bloated, you are tired. When you deprive yourself for a certain amount of time and give your body enough time to get into the groove of eating healthy, nutritious, wholesome foods, then you can say, okay, I'm gonna give myself a little treat. But when you're still in that process, baby, when you're still getting your body used to running on better fuel, then it's not the time to throw in like a candy bar. It's not the time to throw in brownies. It's the time to say, okay, I want this, but do I need it right now? Can my body withstand it right now? The answer is no. And I'm gonna hold on to it for later. So it's not that you're depriving yourself, it's that you're acting as your own parent. Say, okay, maybe later we can come back to this when, right? When we lose another 5 pounds. I'm not saying that you can never go that you can never apply them to your diet. There's a place and a time. But right now, your time is to grind. Your time is to push yourself to be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be, and to push the limits and push yourself to know, like, okay, I can go without this. I don't need to rely on anything in my life. I don't need to rely on anything that's gonna do nothing but negatively impact me and keep me from reaching my goals. The next thing, which is a very, very major component of why you're not getting the weight loss that you plan on, sis, is your fitness. You've been going to the gym consistently, right? You've been working out 3 to 5 times a week, right? And I'll wait. Comment in the comments. How many times a week have you been consistently working out, and what your workouts consist of? Because I want to know, are you doing HIIT workouts? Are you prioritizing cardio? Are you weight training? How's it going for you, sis? Because I want to know. But for me, I was consistently going to the gym 3 to 5 times a week. If I didn't feel like going, I was like, oh, let me, listen to my body, which absolutely you should. But at the end of the day, what's keeping you from getting those gains is, number one, not being consistent. You need to be in the gym 5 to 6 times a week, sis. In order to get the body that you want, in order to be slim, thick, have no type of waist, have that booty looking good, like, you need to be in the gym 5 to 6 times a week. And once you actually accept that, allow it to register in your brain, say, okay, I'm gonna do this every single week, and I'm not stopping until I see my results. And I'm not even gonna stop then. I'm going to keep going, because it's all about consistency. It's all about dedication. And it's all about, like, what is gonna get me to that next level, and how can I step it up? So along my journey, I didn't start out going 5 to 6 times a week. Are you crazy? Like, if you told me 3 months ago that I go to the gym 5 to 6 times a week, I would look at you like you're insane, because that was never me. Like, I was very much, 3 to 4 times and I'm done. And I'm like exhausted. But you gotta slowly, incrementally work your way up to that and say, okay, let me add another day. Let me consistently go for 5. And then once you consistently can handle that, then you say, okay, let me go for 6. But the 6th day is not going to be a full-on workout. The 6th day is going to be an exercise class. It's going to be, stretching and foam rolling. It's going to be yoga and meditation. It's going to be some form of movement that's going to get me to the gym, get me out of my comfort zone, but it's still going to be positively impacting my progress. Before, I was doing straight weightlifting, and I had like the biggest booty, but I was not losing the gut, sis. And the gut is key. The gut is number one. But work for me was transitioning from heavy lifting to HIIT and cardio, and maximizing my cardio time, because I was doing cardio that was very much lay back, chill, watch a little Netflix. I didn't see results until I started making my cardio my workout, like actually pushing, actually pulling, on the elliptical, actually stepping down hard on the Stairmaster, incorporating my core, really tightening all my muscles and making it feel like a workout. Then I upped it to 30 to 45. Then I upped it to 45 to an hour with a combination of HIIT cardio and stationary cardio. It took me a lot to get to that point. I was not doing that right in the beginning. Like I said, you want to incrementally start upping your game because you never want it to be too much. Then your body will just say, okay, like I'm done. Whether you're doing HIIT, whether you're doing cardio, whether you're doing weight training, you want to make sure you do something that works for you and you constantly assess whether it's working. Because we can say like, oh, I love to lift weights, but is it working for you though, sis? Like, is it your thing, but it's also the thing that's working, or is it just your thing? Like, it has to be both. It has to check off both boxes. Otherwise, you gotta drop it. And it's not that easy when you are so programmed and so wired to seeing like what works for everybody else, and you really, really wish and hope that it'll work for you too. But at the end of the day, like, we're built different, and everyone has their own journey. Everyone has their own things that make them, push the scale and push those numbers. But you have to figure out what works for you and maximize that. Find something that you love that also works and pushes your body in the ways that you need it to be pushed. So for me, what that looks like is I work out with my personal trainer 3 to 4 times a week, right? That consists of HIIT, that consists of weight training. Also know that my body responds to a lot of cardio and a lot of high intensity workouts in order for me to get my weight down. So what did I do? I said, how can I incorporate more cardio without being on the treadmill longer or being on the bike longer? Because I was getting tired of it. Like, let's be real, it's tiring. So what I did was I started going to Zumba classes. I started going to spin. I tried out all different things. I did the Pilates, I did the spin, I did the yoga, I did the Zumba. And what I found that worked best for me was Zumba, yoga, and spin. Had to get rid of the Pilates just because it's a little pricey, girl. I'm not gonna lie to you. But so they really are enjoyable classes. I love the music. I love how I feel when I'm in the classes. And I love the fact that it's positively contributing to my weight loss and to my fitness goals at the end of the day. So what is it that works for you? Comment below. Tell me, like, what's a class that you've been waiting on trying, or what's a class that you've been doing that you really enjoy? I would love to hear from you in the comments. Next thing is, when it comes to fitness, aside from like being a baddie, it has to be deeper and it has to be so much more than that in order for you to consistently show up and push through for that last rep, that last set, when you really, really just want to quit and you want to go home. So why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to get toned? Why do you want to get stronger? What is the reason? Do you want to be healthy for the rest of your life? Do you want to have a long lifespan? Do you want to be around for your grandkids? Do you want to be able to go up a staircase and not get out of breath? Do you want to just feel like you can wear whatever you want and not spend hours in the store, trying to figure out what fits you and what's flattering because nothing feels like it fits right no matter what you try? Like, what is it that really gets you going? And stick with that. Allow that to push you to no limits. Allow that to really be the battery in your back and the fuel that you need in order to execute these workouts. It is not easy. Like, my journey was not easy, and every time I wanted to quit so many times. But you know what I did? I focused on the fact that I want to have good energy. I want to be present for my patients when I'm treating them. I want to be a good role model to my little sisters when it comes to health and fitness. I want to be able to help other people just like you get onto their fitness and wellness journey. And I cannot do any of those things if I don't lock in right now and focus on what I have to do and just do it. Like, that's all I need to do. I need to just focus. I need to just finish this exercise. I need to finish this rep. I need to finish this cardio set and get it done without any excuses. I'm going to end this video just by saying, celebrate the small wins. Celebrate every pound that you lose. Celebrate things that are outside of your scale. Celebrate getting your energy back. Celebrate having a better mood. Celebrate getting through the workday without feeling exhausted. Celebrate just feeling overall better in your life. Celebrate the ability to increase your fitness. Celebrate the fact that you're able to walk, you're able to move. There's so many people out in this world that are not able to have those same privileges, that are, bedbound, that have autoimmune diseases and illnesses that prevent them from being able to work out and fuel their bodies in the way that you can. So every day that you wake up, be grateful for the body you have and continue to honor it in the way that you know best. So I hope this was helpful for my girl Nofa that asked this question about how I lost my 30 pounds. And if you have any other questions regarding how you can up your weight loss, feel free to comment below. I'm here to support all the girlies. And remember to always put yourself first. Always believe in your own abilities. And if nobody else believes in you, I believe in you, sis. Love you, girl. Bye.